Lesson 8 is to build your own life. Yes, university taught me that those campus years can be turned into a launch pad for success. University isn't just a stepping stone to a degree, it's your blank canvas, a chance for you to start painting something meaningful. You imagine you're in that institution for a few years, and then what happens? And then when you're in that institution, that is when most people get support from their parents. And then when the years are done, it's time for you to fend for yourself. And then you get after university, that is when most people get married. That is when most people marry. How do you get married when you have nothing for yourself? You only have that degree. And you don't even have guarantee that you're going to get a job after you finish. Remember, there are so many people who graduate. Like, for example, I graduated on December, and I bet there were thousands and thousands of people from various institutions who graduated. What is going to make you stand out? If you're going to look for that job, most employers look for those people with experiences. What experience do you have to bring to the table? So that campus, the campus years, you can turn them into something meaningful. We spoke about freedom. We say that freedom is a gift, but it's also a test. What do you do with that freedom? So university taught me that you can turn these years into a launchpad for for success. It's your opportunity to do something meaningful. The free time you have, you get that other days you only have a single lesson, just one. And the entire day you're just free, roaming from hostel to hostel, running from one man, one lady to the next. What happens after the 4 years? That is what I'm talking about. And there's that is what I'm talking about. And there's lesson, that is what the lesson number 8 is talking about. You remember, guys, I told you about the dream I had of getting to university so I could enjoy my newfound freedom. Yes, the world may tell you, the students who have left may tell you that university is about freedom, fun, and fleeting moments. But I'm here to tell you that you can do something meaningful. You can do the 4 years to do something meaningful. I want to tell you about, there was a girl who used to sell us clothes. You see those clothes that we used to ngara with to lectures. There was a girl who came to university. I think she was pursuing, what was the course? I'm not sure of the course that she was doing, but we were in the same year. We got to university the same time. Her name was Grasha. But I remember most of my clothes. She's the one who sold me clothes, shoes, jewelry. She's the person who sold me clothes while he was in uni. Grasha came to uni with big dreams like the rest of us and a modest student loan, the HELB. While others used their loans as quick thrills, Gracia saw her seed capital. She took the money, went to Nairobi, bought clothes. There's that market in Nairobi, Gikomba. She started selling second-hand clothes to her peers, walking from hostel to hostel, selling these clothes to her friends. And let me tell you guys, this for her, it was just a side hustle. But you know what? There's something about this girl. The first thing she learned how to balance between her coursework and her entrepreneur ambitions. You could get that on weekdays she's in class, acing her assignments, but on weekends she's on the road to Nairobi doing pop-up sales and building her brand on social media. And she was one of the brightest students. Let me tell you, when you don't have much time, you know how to work around the time that you have. But when you have, you know that you have an entire week to do things, you might end up, imagine, not doing anything. So she was able to balance her studies in the entrepreneur ambitions. And I can tell you guys, obviously, there were frustrations just like any other business. Any other business out there, she had her fears, doubt, moments where she doubted if she was doing the right thing, moments where she made losses. But with determination and resilience, her business was making waves. By the time we graduated, she did not walk on that stage with just a degree. She had a business that was doing so well. While the other students, we graduated last month, while the other students are struggling to get internships here and there, while the other students are struggling to find a place to get something, pocket money, something for airtime, internet, she was already hiring her first employee. Can you imagine hiring a first employee because now the business was growing? She had so much time. She had to open a shop because now she has all the time in the world to pursue her business. And let me tell you guys, once someone tests business, I bet I'm not even sure if she can even go looking for a job. And now that is the beauty of going to uni. You don't need to go get employed. You create employment yourself. And guys, with with her vision and her belief in herself, I'm sure that girl is going places. I also met it was not just Grasha. I met students in campus who were doing stuff, photographers who were capturing memories at every event. I remember even a student who took my photos during graduation was just a student in third year, and she was making good money out of it. There were students who had YouTube channels creating relatable content and monetizing. Yeah, there are students who earn. There were students who had small shops. There were students who were selling eggs, smokies with a little capital, and the capital was coming, of course, from the loans that the government gives to students. Yeah, others were sacrificing their pocket money to to start something meaningful. I saw even students making the jewelry, handmade crafts, and they were making lots of money from it. Yeah, there were students who were working night shift. I was working at night, and during the day I was in class. Yes, yes, it's possible, it's doable. And one thing I love about uni, that is the time for you to experiment, for you to fail, and for you to grow. People don't expect for you to start a business and it thrives because they know what actually took you to school or studies. When you even send pocket money to to your parents, they get surprised. What is this that you're doing? But I know it's a good thing because some people come to uni from when you see where you've come from, you don't just come playing and just running around. You do something meaningful. You turn that freedom into something meaningful. So that is a place where you experiment, you fail, and you grow. So why not then turn that potential into something meaningful? Start a podcast, start a blog, write a blog, start a YouTube channel. These things you don't even need capital. I started my YouTube channel in campus. You don't need capital, you only need internet and a phone. I've always been shooting with my phone, and I still am till date. I'm using my phone. Create content, write. There's freelancing. Yes, and now the beauty of that, when you have money, you have options. You don't get yourself. You can give yourself the kind of life. Like for example, myself, I didn't expect my parents to send me pocket money to do stuff. I had my own money. I could buy my own clothes. Yes, I wasn't bitter about life because I look at other students and I start comparing my life, the rich kids, because I could afford the basics. I could afford good shoes. I could afford good dresses. I could afford to do my hair. Yes, when you don't have money, your options are limited. That is when you get yourself in these toxic relationships. That is when you get yourself going looking for sponsors. Young boys going looking for sugar mummies because they want to fit in. They want to look like these other people who have money or who are doing something meaningful for themselves. So why not turn your potential into something meaningful? There's something that we can always do, a job, something, a business, your talent. I saw students who were singing at events and they made some good money. Event organizers, graphic designers who brought a lot of life to a project. What I'm trying to say, guys, is that why not use that freedom to discover your potential? Why not use that freedom to do something meaningful with your life? Yes, use that freedom to do something meaningful with your life. Let me tell you guys, when you start doing something, for example, Grasha, now she you cannot compare yourself with her. Yes, you graduated, but she's way ahead. She's way ahead. And when you don that graduation gown, you don't just have a degree. You have a head start. You have connections. When you go looking for a job working night shift, you already have met some people. You have built connections. You have somewhere to start from. Yes, that is lesson number 8. I want to finish by saying there's that saying that goes, if you don't find opportunities, you create your own opportunities. Build your own table. Create opportunities for yourself. That is the beauty of going to uni. You have the knowledge. Use it to do something meaningful with your life. And you will find that you've created something. You've made something out. You've made meaning out of your life. So here's the lesson. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. And university is your playground. That is where you experiment, you learn, and grow. So start something. Experiment step by step, and you will realize that you will create something meaningful for your life. That is lesson number 8. So we are moving to lesson number 9. And guys, I want you to tell me in the comment section what university life taught you. How did you unlock your greatness during your during the time that you're in campus? Or those students who are in uni, I want you to tell me what you're doing to stand out from the crowd.